Alright, so here we are. This is the final of the supplemental Halloween videos I'm going to be doing this year. As I said, this year I wanted to do like the first hour or so of a couple different games. Games I've either never played before and have always wanted to, or games I've tried to play and just never quite got into. This time we have Alan Wake, which is a game that I actually did play when it originally came out, and I didn't quite like. I didn't really like it at all. I basically thought that it felt like Luigi's Mansion for adults, but it wasn't as fun as Luigi's Mansion. And even at the time, I was like, wow, this kind of just seems to be ripping off of Twin Peaks. Like, there's basically a lady who has, like... There's a log lady in this game, basically. Film grain enabled, motion blur off. Don't like that motion blur. So, I don't know. I played Control when that came out, and I really enjoyed that, for the most part. And figured, you know what? I should go back and try Alan Wake again. And now that they have remastered it for the PS5, what better time than now? So let's revisit Alan Wake.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why. But there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
You know, I gotta say, I don't really often care about this kind of stuff, but this sure does look like an Xbox 360 game. God, no. Absolutely not. Up is up and down is down, baby. L1 to sprint. Is there like a sprint meter? Can I just sprint indefinitely? Okay, the game control's a little weird, but that's okay. I can get used to it. He kind of turns on a dime. Okay, so you can't just keep running. The only thing I remember in this game, like I said, is that it felt like adult Luigi's Mansion.
Something important waiting for me there.
In that all you get is a flashlight, and you have to kill enemies with flashlights. I remember that. And I also remember... Okay, three things. Sorry, I remember these little canteens.
Region collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
I remember the thermoses. And I also remember that you spend like half this game like turning on generators. So one of the other reasons that I really wanted to revisit this game is because the Alan Wake DLC in Control was probably my favorite part of that entire game.
You think you're God? You think you can just make up stuff?
And also, I think that Alan Wake 2 looks pretty good. Bye.
You're in this story now, and I'll make you suffer.
Focus on what? On him?
A single sentence in your voice if it wasn't for
Hey
you.
guy, see you later. Hey, there he is. Oh, he's gone now. Oh, there he is.
I'm good, Nick.
See you later, pal. Oh, look, there he is.
Your stories are any good. Not like they haven't.
Bye, dude. Wait, there he is.
You're a lousy writer.
Wait, why is there a QR code there? That's definitely got to be new, right? Did QR codes exist when, Whoa. When this game originally came out, he had, like, moon physics there.
You missed your deadline.
I said earlier that I thought it was weird that this game is just kind of, like, ripping off Twin Peaks. I think it's pretty clear that this game has a lot of inspirations that it's drawing from. Like, obviously, like, Stephen King, they even mention him in the beginning. And Twin Peaks, I don't think it's a bad thing to be inspired by stuff. Deadly Premonition is, like, one of my favorite games of all time, and I would basically describe that as Twin Peaks the game. But it's not as obvious in that game, whereas this game, there's literally, like, a log lady. There's a lady who carries around a weird object and, like, talks to it. And Twin Peaks is one of my favorite shows, so maybe I'll be a little bit more lenient now. And I'll be like, okay, I'll give this game a fair shot. But yeah, I just remember being extremely bored by this game the very first time I played it. I'm trying to backwards jump now.
It's coming! Inside now! Get inside!
I also know that they, like, changed his face in this game. I don't think it's a Spider-Man remastered type deal where they just changed it completely. I think they just updated it to make it look better and more in line with how he's going to look in Alan Wake 2. Honestly, this game does have a lot of similarities with Deadly Premonition. It's Deadly Premonition taken seriously, which I think kind of, like, defeats the purpose of what made Deadly Premonition so good. Because that game also starts with a car accident, where you're then, like, thrown into the woods. And then you have to face off against weird enemies that just have, like, axes and stuff. Hey, look, man, I'm trying to get out of here, okay?
Follow the light.
What's over here?
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are
Okay, fine. Okay, so this is how you heal. That's interesting. I don't remember that.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
Also, Control was maybe one of the worst performing, glitchiest games I've ever played. It was really badly performing on PS4. I didn't actually finish the game until it was on PS5 because it literally wasn't even worth playing on PS4. It ran so badly. But it was still very glitchy on PS5, so I'm curious to see if they just like ported this into that engine. I'm wondering to see if there's gonna be any weird like glitches here. Hey guy, do I have a gun?
Here, take the light.
Where's the flashlight?
Pick up the flashlight.
It's just floating over here, alright.
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness
Yeah,
away.
see, this is what I'm talking about, where it's like Luigi's Mansion. Oh, see, that's dumb. I don't like that there's batteries.
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat.
I see the shadow of a gun. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait. What? Can you not aim the gun manually? I'm assuming it's just like that. Yeah, I remember the game kind of controlling a little weird.
Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible
In the
darkness was
nightmare,
taking over the world.
I'm Alan
The
Wake,
lighthouse was the last safe
and I talk
place
like
on
this.
Wee wahoo! Hoo-la ha!
So can I just do it like this, or do I have to do it like that? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Tap that to reload. I've never seen that. I can't say I've ever seen that like in a game mechanic, like to tap the button to reload faster. Ow. I do think I feel like out of the 2 games of these 4 videos that I've done that I've actually played before and just stopped because I didn't really like them, I feel like I'm gonna be more receptive to this one than Evil Within, which Evil Within I just genuinely cannot get into. Even after that, going into that with a completely open mind, I was just not really enjoying it. I think it's a well-made game, but it's just like, okay, I'm stuck. So maybe never mind what I was just saying. I think this is batteries, right? Oh, flare? Flare gun should be like... That should either, like, you should be able to throw it somewhere and it can heal you wherever you want, or it works like a grenade launcher. Those are the only 2 things I can think of that would be used for. Like an RPG, yeah. That's basically what I was thinking. The other use, I think, sounds pretty cool, too. Like, you can just launch it if you, like, need a quick heal. It just gives you, like, a spot where there's, light.
I can keep this up.
I don't like that he does that every time you want to run. Whoa, that tornado's carrying a car! Alright. The fact that you can't run very far is kind of dumb. Makes this part that I'm assuming is supposed to be like a big spectacle. Also, I feel like this was such a, like, 360 PS3 era thing where your character is not in the center of the screen. He's, like, all the way to the left or the right. So that, especially when you're running, it feels really weird to control.
baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
He looks so out of place because his face is clearly the one that they've put the most like attention and detail to. So there's other characters that walk up looking like 360 characters, and then there's him who's like, I am from the PS5.
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the front and back.
Oh, I can't jump on here.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
Whoa. That's cool.
Let's see who has
I found a man phase shifting, and now he's taking me with him.
Okay. Good day to you too.
I bet this isn't even going to show up in the video somehow. Like, it's going to be like a weird frame rate, bit rate issue on YouTube. You're not even going to be able to see him phase shifting. Is there a way to turn off him being on the left or the right side? Wireless controller. I don't know what that means. Horizontal. Graphics, audio, video commentary. Oh, that's interesting. I like when games do that. Where am I going? Over here?
Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our
Hello
town.
there.
Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
Oh, we can do this, but that doesn't really change his position on the screen. He's still way too far off to one side.
Yeah.
Look, I prefer my characters to be in the center of the screen. I'm sorry.
Famous writers such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself.
I'm an avid reader myself.
Presumptuous of me, but
You know,
I'm
I'm
the
something of a
night host
reader
of a radio
myself.
station. Any
The
chance
textures
you
look
could-
pretty fine. This game looks good for a game that came out in, what, 2010?
I'm on vacation. In fact,
My name is Harry
I'd
Mason.
appreciate
I'm
it
in
if
town
you
on
could keep my
vacation.
being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me on this. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
L. Jenkins. Please tell me that's a Leroy Jenkins reference. Smoked Fish Company. That has to be Leroy Jenkins, right?
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. So you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah. We just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word, and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great.
Oh, this is a Christmas game, I think.
Charmed.
I mean, it's Christmas right there. There's a reindeer.
Creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Barry.
I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
I don't remember how much of this game, like, I don't really remember a whole lot. I really don't think I played too much of this. I
Barry
played,
is
like,
Barry. I can always turn off
maybe the
phone.
first 3 hours or so of the game when it came out in
Text message
2010.
from Barry.
I don't remember if you can, like,
Society of
freely walk around and explore this town,
Here. Come on.
which would, I think, make it feel like Silent Hill. I mean, it's not like Silent Hill has just made, you know, that, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Look, I'm at the car. They don't have the, they're not the only game ever
Come on.
to have town exploration in a horror game, but that's what that would feel like.
I drive the car.
Oh, this is the car. What was the other car? The car was the one that I was driving in the beginning of the
To
game.
get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up. while
See,
you
this
get
is
the
what I
key.
remember. This
I'll
is
be
where I
back
remember
in,
all the
say,
Twin
15
Peaks
minutes.
stuff.
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, Norma. I
wondering
mean,
if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God. I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restaurant.
the animations
He'll
are
be back in a
good.
moment.
They're a little janky, but I kind of miss janky animations.
I got all your books. I got the cut up from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Alright, so you're Norma. You are Andy.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of
Is
skin.
it damn good coffee?
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox.
I don't know.
I'd
You're
do it
both Big Ed
myself, but
combined. You're
of
both
my
Big
legs
Ed.
Have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah. Are you serious?
And here's the log lady.
Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
Is the
It
jukebox
does that.
playing? I don't
It's
hear
stuck.
anything.
Yeah, you need to give it
Why
a
do you...
good
Oh, okay, I
hard
see.
whack.
That was really silly.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Yes. This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Okay, log lady, let's see what you have to say. I remember you. What does she carry, though? What is it instead of a log? Is it just a log? No, it's like a lantern. Yeah, so you're just log lady.
Young man, you can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
So that's the point of the game, at least for the beginning, is that he's kind of an asshole, right? I feel like I remember
Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
that. He's Stuckey on the toilet.
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
I really like how they made Alan Wake and Control in the same universe. I like that they...
Cauldron Lake is a special
There's just a bunch of weird stuff going on in this world. Hi, log lady. What's up?
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed. And then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
Okay. Can I go back here? Nope. She wouldn't mind.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Can't even, like, focus the camera on a person because Alan Wake is so weirdly framed. That's just more of a gameplay thing, but that just bothers me.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
He really does look like that actor. When they made that trailer for Alan Wake 2, he looks like the guy from the Hunger
Mission
Games.
accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
That diner was a real nut house.
Why do the cars drive like that? It's like they're struggling to go forward.
Can you believe this place?
Like they judder
This would
back
make a
and forth.
wonderful
It's really
setting for a
weird.
book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Bad Maine here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while and see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
This is pretty cool. This is a good looking game. It has really good art direction.
Gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I think that's something that a lot of
Listen,
Remedy games have, is
the
very
fear
good
of
art direction,
darkness.
even
I
Control.
wanted to make sure we
I almost
were
said
inside
even
with the lights
Control,
on
like,
before
oh,
sunset.
Control's such a bad game, but at least it has good art direction. Like, art direction is one of the like best things about that game, which is in itself just a very good game.
Right? It's nothing like in the brochure. It said near the lake, not on it.
Bird Leg Cabin. Like, that's why, like, yeah, the game graphically isn't the best looking game I've ever seen. The remaster certainly looks good. It runs well. It has very high quality, you know, textures and everything like that, but it's the art direction that keeps a game like this from aging too poorly. Which is why I would always rather, like, good art direction over, like... What was that? There's, like, goop on
The
this.
island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
But yeah, I would rather graphics like this than, you know, ultra
An
realistic,
old generator had been connected to the power cable.
high quality graphics, because they're just going to age poorly because they just look bland. Like, almost everything Sony's pumping out nowadays just looks the same. Like Last of Us, Horizon. It's all just too realistic. And it doesn't look good enough. There's no reason for this. This is, again, one of those eras where... This is, I would say, when this trend started, where you just had to press and hold buttons and tap buttons just to do simple things. That shouldn't have been more than just a button
shoebox
tap.
filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Hello? Anyone here?
Anyone there? Hello? I kind of hope we get some more interesting stuff going on in this hour that I'm going to play of this. Because if not, I'm going to be a little disappointed. I was hoping for like a nice little spooky video.
The cabin looked like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
July 1970. So, you were actually wrong.
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned.
Interesting.
Damn.
That's John Bioshock, isn't it? Wait, hold on. There we go.
I needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island.
I already saw it. I guess I could have just hit that first, but I figured that they wanted me to come in here before I went and turned the power on.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the
Turn that
ferry.
shit off. Oh, I can't.
Artist, no less. We'll see if we
Once I've already turned it off, or turned it on, I can't really go back. That's weird.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose.
Why isn't she coming in the house? Was she scared of the dark?
There's
Little
probably a
little
fuse
girl,
box or a
little
generator in
baby.
the shed.
You too scared of the dark? That's a shame. You picked the wrong damn game to be in, lady. You also have way too much control over him in the air, which isn't a bad thing. It just looks funny. This is what I remember of this game. I very clearly remember all the generators. I want to knock one of these things
I'll look
over
around
so
a bit.
bad.
Sure thing. Have fun.
Wait, where am I going?
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
I would clean that window. I simply would not have put my hand on that.
Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge. The old building used to be a hotel, but these days it was no longer open to the public.
Come on now. That's the Great Northern. This is simply just Twin Peaks. I'm not going to stop talking about Twin Peaks.
Hee hee. Wahoo. Yahoo. Wee. Bwah. Meow. Bwah. Yahoo. Wee. Wow.
Whoa. That door opened really quickly.
Alice?
Alice? He said that to the fish, like, is that Alice? Is this fish Alice? Could it be?
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Every time they say Alan, I keep thinking of Jurassic Park 3. Ooh, a nice surprise, you say?
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
Let's just keep kicking her in the face.
Surprise!
A writer of type?
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice, everyone
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
I'm right in front of you. I didn't move.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice. God damn it.
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to
Oh,
think
so she
things
is
through.
scared of the dark. Okay.
Damn it. Alice?
Alice? Alice!
I don't know, maybe you shouldn't have left your wife who's scared of the dark alone in a house that you're not familiar with.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
Just a thought, whoa.
What the hell?
God, he sucks. His sprint is so bad. No!
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Keep going, Alan. Wake up.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
How'd I get in the car? See, this one... This car is straight up floating. That probably shouldn't be there anymore.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Yeah, that guy looks like a cartoon character. I don't like it. This game has some similarities to
The gas
The
station
Evil
was my
Within, where I
best
feel like
bet.
things just
We'd have
happen.
a
The
phone
game
I
is like
could use.
segmented in
It
like
looked like a long
random
hike through the
things. Like
forest to get there.
you don't quite know how you got where you were or why. But in a game like this, it makes a little bit more sense because it's clearly like weird and surreal, and like there's supposed to be like a dreamlike, unknown feeling to it. Whereas I don't think it works as well with The Evil Within. Sure would be nice if I had a flashlight. I really can't get over his run animation. It's so whack. This area looks suspicious, right? Like, it looks like I should be able to crawl under there. I guess not.
Hello? Is someone there?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
You have found Oh, I remember the manuscript pages.
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
What does this mean? Find this page in Nightmare. Oh, see, that's kind of shitty. I don't like that. I don't like that you can't get all the collectibles in one run through if you're playing on normal. That sucks. I don't like that. There's got to be shit over here, right? I don't know. This is like Breath of the Wild. I could do anything I want. Go anywhere I want. Truly, the sky's the limit. If you see it, you could go there. See that mountain? You could climb it.
I've been in an accident.
Was there someone there? Should I have been looking at the man? Or is he just yelling? Is that the Great Northern? Is that where I'm going? No, that's just some, like, shack.
The lights up ahead were a good sign.
Oh, I remember this
All
area.
the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
It's crazy how you can just not play a game for 12 years, and then as soon as you get back into it, you're like, oh, I remember this. That's kind of cool. I also remember this is like when Achievement Hunter first started. Like, I never really watched them, but I do remember watching their like Thermos video where you, like, you know, to find, you know, video 1 of all the collectibles in chapter 1 of Alan Wake. How to find each thermos. I remember that.
Wow.
I shouldn't have taken
Anybody
damage from
there?
that.
Please, I've been in an accident.
His accent is wild.
Hey! Hey, you! Phil! There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required.
You have furnished my tokens, Mr. Wake.
Am I supposed to be... Oh. Hey, there we go. Just excuse me, sir, while I pick up this thermos. Yeah, I like this surreal, like... Oh, hey. Let's just hold on. I just want to read my book real quick.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it. as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
I guess I can now. I can probably climb up this, right? Right, I can like go up here. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on now. No? Alright. I guess that was just supposed to be like a trap. he jumps really funny too.
Oh jeez, oh man. Oh jeez, oh man.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's
I
Stucky.
had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Yeah, this was another weird thing that this like era started to do. I noticed it in that cutscene where like in cutscenes sometimes they would have these like black things like around the corners of each screen. Like in the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Hello?
One stone.
Oh, that's good. I probably shouldn't be in here anymore, right? I should probably leave. Yeah, the best thing to do would just be get out of this little house. Although I guess I probably could have, like, I should have been in there and see what happened if I died. Yeah, I get it. We've already done the tutorial. You need to tell me again. I wonder if they made any, like, quality of life improvements to, like, the gameplay, or if it's all just the same.
My head pounded with a concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, that's a cool mechanic, though. It's not just handing you stuff. It's like, hey, if you're looking in the right place, you can see some graffiti that points you in the right direction. Alright, what is this? Can I do anything with this? Oh, I guess I could've... Alright. Whatever, man. If I had seen that before, that would have been pretty useful, probably. That chainsaw would also probably be pretty useful. What did that do?
The Dark Forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
It's... Alright, this is another thing that I remember. Like, I just wanted to play a horror game, and, like, all the enemies say the goofiest stuff, and act like, that one guy in the beginning of Resident Evil 5 who hides behind the cardboard boxes and knocks them over. Like, that's every single enemy in this game.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now, she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
I'm assuming that's the waitress that we saw before? Alright, hold on. My computer's making weird beeping noises. It's because the power cord isn't working, and I'm too stubborn to just buy a new one. So every time it comes unplugged, it just goes beep. And it's the most frustrating thing in the world. Yeah, this is like this is a fantastic like microcosm of a lot of things that the gaming industry started doing in like the 2010s. This is like Patient Zero almost. This re-release is pretty wild to look at.
Saw the river below,
like games that just take the
uncoiled
control away from the
itself
player or
inside
slow you down for no good
I have
reason.
to find a way across.
Making
I didn't
you
even wanna look at the
tap buttons instead of just pressing it once. Pretty crazy. A lot of like modern stuff that still is being done today was like in this game in 2010. I don't know if I'm supposed to be over here. Probably not. It's probably just for this thermos. I wonder if you get anything for collecting these thermoses other than probably just an achievement like at the end when you collect all 100. I don't remember if there are like upgrades or anything you can do in this game. Like if you can increase the like the duration of the batteries or anything like that. That would be kind of nice. I see you over here. Oh, yeah, I thought that was like a box of ammo.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
That's a cool thing to do as a writer. Just, if you're out of ideas, just write a story about yourself. That's not at all a weird thing to do. What am I supposed to be scared of? What am I supposed to be scared of right now? Is there a guy?
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
If you say so. He's not doing a very good job stalking if you can just hear him. Is that the objective over there? If so, it's kind of cool that you can see it like all the way from over here. No, it's probably that. The music. Ow! You can't throw shit. I didn't know that was allowed. Otherwise, I would also be just throwing shit at you. I could throw my light. My flashlight, I could just throw that like a weapon. Like a boomerang. I could be like the 2018 God of War. Just throw the light and it comes back to you. Just tell me to go this way? Like in here? No, I don't think they meant that. I think they mean like over here, right? Over this way. Up? Yeah, that's a pretty cool mechanic. I like that. It like I said, it doesn't just hand you stuff. It's like if you're paying attention and actually like looking around the world, you can use it to find stuff, which I think is kind of cool.
Taken. They're taken.
The Taken are filled with darkness. Yeah, I think I can tell that. This house is gonna like blow up as soon as I get in here or something, right? Do I have to do this? Or is it just... okay. Ooh, what do you mean lithium batteries? What's the difference between normal batteries and the lithium batteries? Do lithium batteries like last longer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so stupid. That's really dumb that that happens. Yeah, another upgrade I can think of that would be fairly useful in this game would be a sprint upgrade that doesn't make it so that you play like a 70-year-old man where you can't sprint for more than like 10 seconds.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
That's so weird that you can still control that while the cutscene's happening. What is this? Because I see this over here, obviously. Oh, it's another generator. Good lord. Oh, I forgot that you can dodge. Let's see what happens if I use this. No, they're simply not going to let me do it. Okay. I just remembered that I have this. I don't need to take them all on individually. I can just hopefully make them kind of all group up right next to each other and then fuck them up. Kind of like this, hopefully. It only hit one of them. What? I keep forgetting how to dodge. That's alright. That's really annoying that you have to do that every single time. Yep, I remember this being like 90% of the game. Okay, so that's like a heal spot. It's like a nice spot where Alan can just go and heal. I'm not gonna read these anymore. I don't really give a freak. I'll do it.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Now, here's something I don't quite remember, but I feel like it could be the case. I seem to remember in between like each level you lose all your weapons. I kind of remember that being a thing. Like, as soon as I get out of this, like, sequence, I think the game's gonna get rid of, like, the shotgun and the handgun and stuff like that. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's how this game goes. Should I do it like that? That seems fine, right? No reason to put it over there. Just put it, like, here. I don't quite know how I'm supposed to get on top of it, though. It's probably a physics puzzle. Like, stand on one side, weigh it down, and then just climb up to the other side. I would have to imagine. Or not. You could probably just climb up then. It's probably fine. That was funny. Almost as soon as I, like, landed, a car outside just beeped. Like, that was, like, pretty good comedic timing. Alright. Because there didn't appear to be a way to manipulate it, like, up or down. It was just the direction that it's, you know, that you place it at. So I'm assuming I could just jump over. Okay. Very nice. You don't have to think about it too hard. I really want to knock those cans over. I think I did, yep. That's good. If there's anything that we get done in this game, I want that to be it.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air. See, I could be a voice actor. I can do that. I can be that guy on the radio. Oh, for the love of God.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
So I'm just trying to get to that gas station. I really hope I can get there in the next 5 minutes.
Closer now. Its light welcoming in the darkness.
Because I don't really want this video to go on for too long. Like I said, I want to keep these around like an hour. Like the first hour of each of these games. Alright, here's what we're going to do really quickly. No, Alan, no. Okay, so those guys aren't going to come in here, right? What if I just run? Like, I don't see how that would be an issue, right? If I just straight up run through this area, safe haven. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. That's okay. Where's the safe haven? Are there any more signs pointing me to where I need to go? Hold on, I need to read.
I stepped into the gas station.
That's too long, I'm not reading that one. Is this the safe haven? I would assume so, since it's got the light. Batteries. Give me Batris. No, that's scary. That's very spooky that that's on. I'm gonna go this way. 'Cause I feel like he's gonna try and run me over with that, right? Is this one gonna grab me? Oh God, what's happening? It's also, they're not this, they're just guys. Like, they're just dudes. Like, wearing normal clothes. They're really not that scary. That's the thing, is that, like, in your horror game, you kind of need the enemies to be scary. At least somewhat. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm going to die. The dodge doesn't work. The dodge sucks. Alright, watch this. Watch this shit. Yeah. How'd you guys like that, huh? I bet you didn't. In fact, it probably wasn't that great for you. Did it save that I picked that up last time? Wait, why did I pick up a whole new shotgun?
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of
I tried. This game's not very interactable. What did that do? He just like washed his hands over it. Alright, if this video goes long, whatever. I'm enjoying it. I think the game is fine. And if this one happens to go a little bit over, it's not the worst thing in the world. That's gonna kill me if I go underneath it, right? Is this like a boss battle with him? Oh no, there's just a bunch of fucking guys. Alright, at least it got a couple of them, huh? Oh god. Who's this guy? Okay, you need to go away. Oh, I can just do that. For some reason, I remember there being like a quicker way to like get these guys with the light. Like that there was a better like technique. I don't know, maybe that's later on in the game, but I seem to kind of remember that. Is that him? Is that the guy that I'm trying to like avoid? Mr. Stucky? No, bro, come on. You can't be doing this. You're just prolonging the inevitable, man. Okay, this kind of sucks. Unless they want me to just like not even focus on him. Because it looks like he's just going to keep running around. Alright, you need to stop. Bro. Alright, I'm just going for this thing. I don't even care. Okay, I can't. Come on, shoot him again. Shoot him! Oh my god. For the love of God, that guy was annoying. That guy sucked.
His body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
Did he drop anything? No. I wanted to make sure. I feel like that was something I didn't need to do, but I did anyway. Or maybe the game wouldn't have let me progress, but I feel like that maybe didn't, like I didn't need to do that exactly.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Alice. Alright, how am I getting in here?
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Gas of lean? Do we have some gas of lean? 68th. Alright.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Right. I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence.
Is that a live action guy? I can't tell.
I can smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
I done be on that TV. Don't care. Really don't give a fuck. Not quite. Welcome. Find a phone. Well, there would probably be a phone right over here. Yeah, there's one right there. They didn't give me a prompt. That phone don't work like that. That don't have a. That does not have a speaker.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
So I guess that's it for this video. Better than I remember it. Some things that I had an issue with are still here. But I think I'm a little bit more willing to continue playing this game. I think out of all of the games that I've played for the little supplementary videos, I think Yakuza, Dead Souls, and this one I mean, Tormented Souls, I'm definitely gonna play. But out of the ones that I like wanted to give a shot to, this one and Dead Souls are the ones that I could see myself continuing to do, either, you know, doing a blind Let's Play of it, or just doing it off, you know, camera. Tormented Souls I'm gonna do on my own. I'm gonna play that. Evil Within, The Big Loser, still don't like that game at all. Heard better things about the sequel, but I'm still not gonna do that because I don't care enough. But I enjoyed this. What I played of this, I definitely enjoyed. So, that's gonna be the end of this Halloween supplemental videos. I could go do some more, because I am extending the Halloween festivities into November with the Resident Evil 8 DLC. But I think 4 of these hour-long videos is good enough for me. So thank you so much for watching these. Tell me in the comments which one you'd like me to, you know, keep playing, if you'd like me to record those. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.